Bizarre Guitar and Drum in Phoenix. It's great to be back here doing some videos for you guys. Today we've got a Gibson Flying V. Is there anything more classic, Greg?
Than a Gibson Flying V?
Yes, for rock and roll, I mean. For heavy metal.
It's made for rock and roll, that's for sure.
That's right, man. So we're going to be celebrating one of our favorite guitar players, the iconic Michael Schenker and UFO. So I opened the video with Rock Bottom from Phenomenon, which is Greg's favorite UFO record, is it not?
My favorite is actually Force It, but Phenomenon would be my second.
I'm sorry you can't have Force It as your favorite record, Greg, because that's my favorite UFO record. I apologize, you're going to have to change it. So while Greg
let me think about that now.
While he thinks about that.
No.
Okay. A brief history of the Flying V. In 1957, it was McCarty that put this thing together as part of a new line of very kind of
futuristic
Gibson guitars, which included the Explorer and this thing, the Flying V.
And the Modern.
I'll have to get some pictures of those up so we all know what we're talking about here. Not a very big seller back in their time. Around 1950, it came out in 1958, and Lonnie Mack used one, the blues guitarist, and also Albert King famously used a Flying V from 1958. If you have one laying around in your attic, it's worth about $250,000, so you should probably go upstairs and check for one. I'll wait.
You don't have anything upstairs, do you, Ryan?
Thank you. Well done. So it was in 1967 that Gibson reissued it because the guitars were starting to become a little bit more popular. Some of the rock guys were starting to use them, like Dave Davies thought it was cool looking, and so Gibson started putting them back out, and the rest is history. And we have this one. This is is this a 2018 or 19? Do you remember?
It's an 18.
18, yeah. It comes with a case. It's up on the Reverb page if you want to check it out. I'll leave a link for y'all. And let's talk about Michael Schenker. So we discussed our favorite records, but some of his riffs, I mean, he's such a great player, and when I was listening to him earlier this week, it dawned on me that he's pretty good at just about everything. He had such a vast style of playing, like in terms of all the different licks that he would play. He could do really fast runs, he could be very kind of bluesy and emotional, and always wildly creative.
That's very emotional.
Try to hold it together, Craig. So any of the Michael Schenker UFO albums are worth checking out. That is Phenomenon, Force It, and
No Heavy Petting,
Lights Out, Obsession, and you could almost start with the great double live record, Strangers in the Night. So good. Definitely worth checking out.
Let's talk about this V here for a second. So that's made out of mahogany, I believe.
Oh yeah, sure. Yep, mahogany.
The original ones were made out of Carina.
That's right.
And the original ones would have had the controls in a line as opposed to the way they made them when they reissued it. Some very famous V players would be, of course, Schenker, his brother, Rudolph, Andy Powell of Wishbone Ash. Yeah. Billy Gibbons' first humbucker guitar was a V, not a Les Paul.
Really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, the story is he wanted a guitar that had humbuckers in it, and someone told him about it, so he drove over to some woman's house, and she didn't have a Les Paul. She had a original V, and
Wow.
He bought it, and if you look on the cover of, I believe, Fandango, he is playing it.
Oh, very cool.
That's an original.
Very nice. And of course, a lot of the heavy metal guys picked up on Flying V.
Yeah.
Your Kirk Hammett, your Dave Mustaine, and James Hetfield, all kind of.
Well, even Hendrix played a V.
Hendrix played a V?
He had a right-handed V, played it left-handed, and then he did a very ornate paint job on it. Come on, dude, get your act together. Do I have to go over on this side of the camera? No one wants that.
No, they don't. How about Mother Mary from Force It? riff got to me at the end, but hey, I got to play it like this. It seems so awkward to me. I don't know how Michael Schenker does it, because if you set these things on your lap, well,
He plays it exactly the way you had it.
I know, it seems weird, hunched over and all that. So there we go, Gibson Flying V, one of our favorites here. We love Michael Schenker, so check out some UFO this week. Make sure you like and subscribe, and thanks again for watching our videos, and we will see you next time.